Nestled within the leafy suburb of Mossley Hill in Liverpool, L'Olivetto is an independent family-run restaurant supported by a dedicated kitchen team. Staff at front of house always on hand with recommendations from their tasty menu to their choosing a wine to complement your dish. Call us on 0151 724 5169. That's 0151 724 5169.
To me, Irish people are the funniest in the world. They just are.
Oh, this looks amazing.
I just love any food that comes with its own home.
Everyone's a comedian.
Anything else?
Some greens.
What do you think I am? A juggler?
Stunning. Inspirational. Would you look at the brushstrokes on it?
I think the reason I see comedy in everything is because I was surrounded by it growing up. That's good.
You wouldn't know we're 105.
You're 105.
Do you know what? There's only one word for that. Absolutely cracker.
Hi, how are you? In Ireland, one of the greatest compliments you can give someone is to describe them as a character.
If you find any pearls, give them to me, okay?
Come on, Slowco! Come on, I'm coming! You couldn't run the leg to yourself!
Because as every writer knows, it's the characters you remember long after you've forgotten the story.
Fill your heart with Ireland. Discover more at ireland.com.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
The Warrington Irish Club, a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and Crown Green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club.
Get ready for the Costa del Dance 2025. Join us in beautiful Torremolinos, Spain at the 4-star Hotel Don Pedro from the 21st of April to the 1st of May 2025. As featured on national and international TV, this is the biggest and best social and set dancing festival in Spain, with 10 nights and days of pure enjoyment. You'll be dancing with top-class entertainment from Ireland and the UK, with a massive discount for anyone booking before November 30th. So don't miss out. Book now with Jerry Flynn Events.
Hello and welcome to the show. This week we're telling you a story about Percy French, who was born in Tulsk in County Roscommon. He was an Irish songwriter, an author, a poet, a painter and a general entertainer. At the age of 65, Percy sadly got ill and died in Formby near Liverpool. His songs have been recorded by many top entertainers down the years. Recently, a large group from the Roscommon Solstice Choir travelled across the Irish Sea to visit Percy's grave in Formby and to lay a wreath at his graveside. And afterwards, they performed many of Percy French's songs at St. Luke's Church in Formby.
Fortune has come to my
Jimmy, of course, you're here today, a very special day for Roscommon people to visit the Percy French grave here in Formby.
Absolutely, Martin. In fact, the very first concert that the Roscommon Solstice Choir performed in 2013, Percy French was on the agenda. Percy French was on the programme. And it went down so well with the audience, went down so well with the people in attendance. So any time over our years, and don't forget that we were founded in 2013 and here we are in 2024, any time that we do a concert and that we sing Percy French, it goes down very well with the audience because his songs are, they're known so well all over the world. And they're the kind of songs that you can sing along to. Right? And we always give some of our best performances when we are singing Percy French, because where Percy French is concerned, it's life, it's energy, it's activity, you're smiling and you're happy.
Come home, Paddy Riley, to me.
John, we saw you there earlier on, members of your group laying a lovely wreath here on the grave.
Yeah, that was an idea that we pulled together ourselves to honour this wonderful man that Percy French was, an Irishman with an extra dimension and a wonderful talent to create songs and poetry and painting. And it's a wonderful privilege for me as chairman of the group here to be here today. As I said to a few people, it's a long time since I've experienced goose pimples or goosebumps, but I experienced them today. It was special to stand at that grave and be part of this wonderful ceremony, which is a great credit to Jerry and to all the local people. We did a lot of work on our side, but an awful lot of work has gone in here as well, and we do appreciate that, and we're delighted to be here and be part of it.
Come back, Paddy Riley, to Ballyjane stuff. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me.
The Roscommon Solstice Choir started in 2013, and it was in response to a government initiative in Ireland, which was the Gathering, and they were trying to have initiatives within the county to bring people to the county. But Emer and myself and Andrew, her brother, we were among the founding members, and we decided we'd try and do something for the people of Roscommon in addition to people that were visiting Roscommon. So we set up an all-county Roscommon choir, and it was the Roscommon Solstice Choir. Now, it was originally set up to do 3 big concerts, which we did in Boyle, Balhadreen and Roscommon Town. And they were such a success, and there was such a response to it, that the choir was set up permanently, and we have been in existence ever since.
Lead kindly light amid the circling gloom. Lead thou me on. The night is dark and I am far from home. Lead thou me on. Keep thou my feet. I do not ask to see the distant scene, one step enough for me.
There's a huge group of us, and we at one point we had almost 150 singers with us singing on stage, so it kind of varies. I think at the moment we have in the region of 80 or 90 of us on stage at any one time, so it's a fantastic group, and they come from all around the county and surrounding counties in Roscommon as well, so we're very lucky.
And obviously people enjoy it.
They do, and to be honest, it's nearly half a choir, half a social gathering for people. They love the bit of fun. They love these trips away, mad for road, as they say in Ireland. So, but it's a great group, full of fun and full of laughter all the time.
Pride ruled my will, remember not past years. So long thy power blessed me, sure it still will lead me on. O moor and fen, O crag and torrent till the night is gone, and with the morn those angel faces smile, which I have
might be able to pick it up from my accent, but it's a little bit soft these days, but I'm originally from Lisburn in County Antrim. And quite a few years ago, I think it was about 4.5 years ago, when I found out that I was going to be the vicar here at St Luke's, I had no idea that Percy French was buried in the graveyard until I came for a meeting the day before it was due to be announced that I was going to be the next vicar. And I said, oh, there's an Irish person who's really famous buried in the graveyard. And I was like, oh, who's that? And I was like, Percy French! Wow! Used to sing Mountains of Mourne as a child when we were climbing up and down those hills. And actually we've got a bit of Mourne granite here that was laid about 50 years ago for the 50th anniversary of Percy's death.
I learned a Percy French song from going to my local butcher, and he used to say to me, Jerry, sing, are you right there, Michael? And he gave me sixpence. And ever since then, I've loved the songs of Percy French. He was a poet, he was a painter, a performer in his own right, travelled all over the world, came to Formby on a regular basis because his cousin, Reverend Johnny Richardson, who Father Matt pointed out, is buried over there. Percy came here many times to help fundraise for the church, and he was well known and well liked.
They find out where the engine's been hiding, and it drags you to sweet Corofin. Says the guard back her down on the siding, there's a godson Kilrush coming in. Perhaps it comes in 2 hours, perhaps it breaks down on the way. If it does, says the guard, be the powers, we're here for the rest of the day. And as you sit and curse your luck, the train backs down into a truck.
Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Have you got the parcel there for Mrs. White? Oh, you haven't, though, we Barris, he's coming down tomorrow, and it might now, Michael, so it might.
Michael Talty was employed by the railway, and he appears to have been the inspiration for this song. Allegedly, the train was speeding through the countryside when it suddenly and abruptly pulled up, miles from civilization. Somebody on the train poked their head out the window and shouted, "What's wrong, Michael?" "There was an old cow on the line," came the reply. Eventually, the train pulled off and chugged its way through the countryside for half an hour, before suddenly halting again. "What's wrong now, Michael?" shouted the passenger. "Is there another cow on the line?" "No," says Michael, "it's the same cow."
You'll hear some wise remarks like these.
Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think that you can get the fire to light? Oh, an hour you require for the turf, it might be drier. Well, it might now, Michael, so it might.
Kilkee, or you'll never get near it. You're in luck when the train brings you back, for the permanent way is so clear it spends most of its time off the track. Uphill the old engine is climbing, while the passengers push with a will. You're in luck when you reach in his timing, for all the way home is downhill. And as you're wobbling through the dark, you'll hear the God make this remark.
Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think that we'll be home before the night? Oh, it all depends on whether the old engine goes together, and it might now, Michael, so it might. Are you right there,
Michael, are you right?
Do you think that we'll be home
Before the night.
Oh, it all depends on
Whether the old engine pulls together, and it might now, Michael, so it might. And it might now, Michael, so it might.
Percy French will never be forgotten. His songs will still live on. We'll take a little break and we'll see you soon.
Nestled within the leafy suburb of Mossley Hill in Liverpool, Lolivetto is an independent family-run restaurant supported by a dedicated kitchen team. Staff at front of house always on hand with recommendations from their tasty menu to their choosing a wine to complement your dish. Call us on 0151 724 5169. That's 0151 724 5169.
To me, Irish people are the funniest in the world. They just are.
Oh, this looks amazing.
I just love any food that comes with its own home.
Everyone's a comedian.
Anything else?
Some greens.
What do you think I am? A juggler?
Stunning. Inspirational. Would you look at the brushstrokes on it?
I think the reason I see comedy in everything is because I was surrounded by it growing up.
That's good.
You wouldn't know we're 105.
You're 105. Do you know what? There's only one word for that. Absolutely cracker.
Hi, how are you? In Ireland, one of the greatest compliments you can give someone is to describe them as a character.
If you find any pearls, give them to me, okay?
Come on, Slowcoat! Come on, I'm coming! You couldn't run the leg to yourself!
Because as every writer knows, it's the characters you remember long after you've forgotten the story.
Fill your heart with Ireland. Discover more at Ireland.com.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
The Warrington Irish Club, a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club.
Get ready for the Costa del Dance 2025. Join us in beautiful Torremolinos, Spain at the 4-star Hotel Don Pedro from the 21st of April to the 1st of May 2025. As featured on national and international TV, this is the biggest and best social and set dancing festival in Spain, with 10 nights and days of pure enjoyment. You'll be dancing with top-class entertainment from Ireland and the UK, with a massive discount for anyone booking before November 30th. So don't miss out. Book now with Jerry Flynn Events.
Welcome back. This week we're telling you a story about Percy French, who was born in Tulsk in County Roscommon and died in Formby near Liverpool. A large group from the Roscommon Solstice Choir travelled across the Irish Sea to visit Percy's grave and lay a wreath there. Jerry Malumbi was very heavily involved in all the arrangements, and he was delighted that everything went so well on the day.
In a small hotel in London, I was sitting down to dine. And the waiter, he brought me the register and he asked me to sign. And as I signed, I saw a name which set my heart astir. A certain Francis Farrelly had signed the register. Now, I knew a lot of Farrellys, and out of all the crew, I kept wondering, which Farrelly were you? Were you that keen-eyed Kerryman I met below Kenmare, who told me that when Ireland fought, the odds were never fair? If Cromwell had met Sarsfield or Owen Rua O'Neill, it's not to Mr. Gladstone we'd be looking for repeal. We'd have Ireland for the Irish, and only Saxons to be seen, and only Gaelic spoken in the house in College Green. Or were you the Francis Farley who often used to say he'd like to drive those papists from Derry's walls away? The boy who used to bother me, the orange lad to Jane, and told me history started at the Battle of the Boyne. Or were you the Francis Farrelly who in my college days, from strolling on the Kingstown pier, had such a curious gaze? Do you remember the blonde and the brunette? I know you haven't forgotten, and I can't forget the picnic at the Dargle and the other at the Scalp. How my heart was palpitating. Hers wasn't, not a palp. Some say you married money, And sure, maybe you were wise, but the gold you loved was in her eyes and the diamonds in her hair. Or were you there, Francis Farrelly, I met so long ago in the bog below Belmullet in the county of Mayo? The long-legged, freckled Francis with those deep-set, wistful eyes that seem to take their colour from those ever-changing skies, who put his flute together, and as I sketched the distant scene, and you played for me Planxty Kelly and the wakes of Inishkeen, and you said someday you'd be in the autumn, you'd be sailing to the west, and try and send some money home to the rest. Well, if you're there, Francis Farrelly, your fortune may be small. But I'm thinking, Francis, I loved you the best of all. And I never can forget you, though it's years and years ago, when we met in the bog below Belmullet in the county of Mayo.
Jerry, what a magnificent day here today at Formby. And of course, you've been heavily involved with the Roscommon crew in organising this to come over.
Yeah, well, I heard they were coming over. They were coming over anyway for the Liverpool Irish Festival. And I heard they were going to Formby. So I got in touch with Father Matt and with the choir. And I said, we'll make sure you're welcome. And I said, we'll get as many people along as we can. We'll get Irish and UK TV along. And they're so chuffed. They've made the effort. They're from Roscommon. They're so proud to be at his grave. As you heard, a lot of them, like I didn't for many years, know he was buried in the UK.
Friday at the fair at Ballintubber, Eileen met McGrath the cattle jobber. I'd like to leave my mark upon the robber, for he stole away the pride of Petravore. He never seemed to see that girl at all, even when she ogled him from underneath her shawl. Looking big and masterful while she was looking small, most provoking poor the pride of Petravore.
Eileen, oh, my heart is going grey, ever since the day you wandered far away. Eileen, oh, there's worth wishing to say, but there's no one like the bride of Petravore.
We sing for charity. That's our primary purpose, is to sing for charity, and those original concerts raised an awful lot of money for charity. So we sing we sing a number of concerts on the summer solstice and at the winter solstice, and all of those concerts are for charity. So we've raised thousands and thousands of pounds in the last number of years.
If you want them running after you, walk the other way, for they're mostly like the pride at Petravore.
Eileen, oh, my heart is going grey, ever since the day you wandered far away. Eileen, oh, there's worth wishing to say, but there's none one like the bride of Petravore. Eileen, oh, my heart is going grey, ever since the day you wandered far away. Eileen, oh, there's worth wishing to say, but there's none one like the bride of Petravore.
Have you been away quite a bit?
We have, yeah, we have. We were very lucky. We've been to New York. That was a huge trip we did back in 2018. We were in London a few years ago. Where else have we been? We were in Vienna earlier this year. This is actually our second trip this year.
You know, you're never at home.
No, never at home.
We travel all around Ireland as well.
Yeah, we do a lot. It's great for something different to get away, really. But we do an awful lot at home around Ireland as well. So we're lucky.
I believe that when writing a wish you express as to how the fine ladies in London were dressed, well, if you believe me when asked to a ball, they don't wear a top to their dresses at all. I've seen them myself and could not in truth say if they were out for a ball or a bath. Don't start in them fashions now, Mary McGree, where the mountains of Mourne
Percy French is a native of County Roscommon, and we're very, very proud of Percy French. And we are here to celebrate Percy French and his life and how he represented so many people, particularly ordinary people. He represented their culture, their language, their struggles, and he did it in a humorous way. He did it in a very appropriate way, so he did. So he was kind of a voice for ordinary people back in the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Population of London looks down, but for all their great powers, he's wishful like me, to be back where the ground goes reach down to the sea.
Coming from Roscommon, it is a great pleasure for us to be present here at the grave today of one very illustrious Roscommon person. When you look at this headstone, you will see that it's Percy French, but you will see author, songwriter, poet, painter, a wordsmith, a man who was able to turn his hand to anything. In the words of another famous writer, a man for all seasons.
If I was a lady, I'd go to a play and I'd look through me opera glass and I'd say, I've seen this silly review before. The leading lady's a desperate bore. We'll all get up when she starts her song and we'll go and eat cakes in the restaurant. And with a powder puff, me nose I'd dab, and we'd way off home in a taxi cab. If I was a lady. But then I'm not. Pass to the gallery is all I got.
It's a wonderful achievement, and it's a wonderful privilege to be here and to represent the Roscommon people. A lot of people don't even know that Percy French is buried here, myself included, until recently, and that makes it all the more poignant to be here and part of this group, which I believe is a wonderful tribute and a very proper tribute to this wonderful Irish man and Roscommon man.
Long, long ago, in the woods of Guatemala, I thought the birds were singing in the blackthorn tree. But oh, it was my heart that was singing, 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 with the joy that you were bringing, oh my love, to me.
May the road rise to meet you, may the wind be always at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall softly on your fields. Until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be among you and remain with you always. Amen. God bless.
So many pass the glory round and looking mighty cute. Since they got up the tree, the piper ready, tutors on the flute. They all joined in with the greatest joviality, covering the buckle and the shuffle and the cut. James were danced of the very finest quality, with the red, the company, and handling the foot, with the toot on the flute and the twiddle on the fiddle, oh, hopping in the middle like a herring on the griddle, oh, up, down, hands around, close to the wall. Oh, hadn't we the gaiety and fill the fluter's wall?
The Roscommon Solstice Choir are absolutely fantastic, and they performed at many venues all around Liverpool over that weekend. We'll be back next week with some more stories from around the UK. Until then, take good care.